Good morning. It's Tash here from Betty Gohard. Realizing that I need to be a little bit closer. Coming at you for part 2 of our Goddess Masterclass. So just while we're waiting for some people to pop on here, I'm going to just share this out to a few groups so people can find us. I'm super excited for this session about dreams. I think you guys are really going to enjoy this and super excited to hear your thoughts. So let's pop a couple of those in there and I'll just tag a few people that might want to show up and say hi. So how's everybody doing on this? For us, it's kind of a bit of a chilly Saturday morning. Pretty excited for not a rainy day or a snowy day. More truthfully is what we've been dealing with around here. So what's the weather like in you guys' land? Are we dealing with snow? Are you dealing with sun? I just so love being so connected to so many different people in the world. It's so fun to be able to really see, I don't know, the different weather, things that are going on, you know, all of that stuff. I'm like just seeing a whole lot of people in here I want to tag to come join us. So just, that'll probably do us there. So if you're popping on, hey Mary, please say hi. I'd love to know that you're here. Let me know where you're coming in from. Tell me what the weather's doing in your day today. Interact. It's always really neat to know who I'm talking to. Otherwise, I kind of just feel like I'm talking to myself. So for those of you that don't know me, I am Natasha and I run Betty Gohard. Betty Gohard started out as a women's action sports community. It was all about inspiring women to just get out and do. Because as women, we discount how awesome we are. Right? We're always thinking that somebody else is doing something better than we are. And we don't stop and actually realize that we are the inspiration in somebody else's day. We are the reason that somebody else might try mountain biking, or they might try to go snowboarding, or they might try something new. Me too here, Mary. I've got my blankie. It's a little chilly in the garage here. It's all about stepping into our power as who we are in the world and being really proud of what we achieve and knowing that every time you step out of your comfort zone, you're inviting somebody else to do the same. So Betty Gohard is all about us reclaiming the power that action sports, goddess, that person that is willing to take challenges, that is willing to fight the fear and do it anyway, that knows that courage is what you get when you do something scary. Doing something that doesn't frighten you doesn't take courage because it's within your comfort zone. It's within your wheelhouse, right? So if you're facing something that is scary and it frightens you in some way, you are being invited by the universe, by whatever you believe in, to take a step forward, to take a step into your life and become more awesome. You are right now as young as you'll ever be. You're as perfect as you'll ever be. You're the best biker, the best snowboarder, the best skier, the best career person right now. You are the best. And from here, you can take the next best action step to be more awesome. Or you can just remain being the awesome human that you are, right? But do know that we can only go forward. We can't go back because going back just doesn't feel good. So if you're popping on, please say hi. Please tell me that you're here. Let me know where you're from. I was just saying it's pretty cold here, so let me know. Are you biking? Are you hiding inside today? What's your Saturday looking like? Hi, Concy. Lovely to see you here. Okay, so again, I'm Tash from Betty Gohard, and what we are talking about today is how dreaming is important. Why dreams are important to our biking and really to our lives. And the reason I'm talking about this is because I just did market research with over 20 women, and I'm also part of a couple of spaces that are really focused on dreams. And what I have learned is that if we don't dream, we don't get what we want. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about that. So first of all, if you have dreams, if you like write in your dream journal, if you're you know what you want, you know what the possibility is, please like pop them below. Let me know. Are you somebody that settles into those dreams? Or are you somebody that if you're asked, hey Darlene, nice to see you, people are like, what do you dream of? And you're like, it's a really hard question. I'm not really sure. I haven't actually thought that much about that. So let's talk about that. You're not dreaming. So why is dreaming important? What stops the dream? Why do we not dream? Is it because we don't believe it's possible? So we have two states of being. We've got the probability and we've got the possibility. The possibility is what is possible in the world. When the first guy ran the 3-minute mile or the 1-minute mile, it was the first time ever, and it blew the container open. Until he did that, the possibility was that was impossible. The probability was that you could not do that. Because we step into yesterday. We look at what happened yesterday and we take the notes and we use that to create today. Now, if you're just looking at what happened yesterday and recreating today, what are you going to get? You're going to get yesterday, because you're going to be making the same decisions. You're going to be coming from the same place, that same feeling place. Hi, Stefan. Nice to see you. If you're popping on, please say hi. I'd love to see you here. When you're doing Facebook Lives, if people don't comment, you feel like you're talking to yourself. So please, if you have any thoughts, or just say hi. I'd love to interact with you guys. So it really makes it a lot more fun. Okay, so yeah, dreaming. Possibility. When we dream, we step into the future. We step into what is possible. We step into the land of the dream. Anything is possible in this reality. We are humans. We are humans that have been put here to experience it all. The reason why you want to experience all these things is because that is why we are here. We have the human and we have the divine self, and the human wants to have so much fun. But without a dream, there's nothing there, right? So what I just want to do is have everybody kind of just close their eyes for a moment, invite you to close your eyes. And of course you don't have to, but we're just going to do a quick little meditation, and we're just going to step in to our dream space. So if you'd just like to close your eyes and take a deep breath in. And as you're breathing in, I want you to imagine the air coming up from the ground. You're pulling through a straw all the way up through your feet, through your calves, through the quad muscles, into your belly, breathing up into your head, holding it for a second, and then letting it out and just relax. We'll do that again, bringing the air up. And as you breathe in, I want you to gather all of your energy, bringing it all in, expanding all the way up to your head. And as you breathe out, I want you to drop into your heart and just settle. And as you focus on your breathing, I want you to ask yourself, if I could have anything, if I could have anything, what do I want? Think about your breath. Breathe in, breathe out. On the out breath, sink deeper. Sink into that heart space. Sink into your belly. Feel the warmth. If you could have anything. Hi, Rob. Nice to see you here. If you could have anything, what do you dream of? And I guarantee you, your really big dreams are not to have a clean house. They're to have a housekeeper. They're not to be able to go to a spa, but it's to have a hot tub and have a sauna in your house. Not just to get a massage, but to have a masseuse. What are your big dreams? My big dreams, I'm moving to Fiji. I'm creating a bike retreat in Fiji, and I am going to change the dialogue that we're having around biking. And I'm going to bring the biking goddess and the action goddess into the world so that we can change this dialogue, so that we can learn to dream. What lights you up? All right, you can open up your eyes. And I just want you to go into that space, at least once a day. What do you want? What do you dream of? What do you really desire? We desire to have a day where you can go and ride all the trails. I want to go to kayaks. I want to travel the world and bike all over the world. And I want to feel like I can show up and not be scared that it's not going to be fun. That it's not, hi Dillis, that it's going to be beyond me, and spend more time afraid of what's going to happen than in enjoyment, hey Misty, of what's actually happening, right? Because the excitement of making the dream happen, the excitement of being in the dream, and the excitement of taking the next best action step when you get there and making it the experience that you want it to be. Because if you are not taking control of your experience, and if you haven't dreamed the experience you want to create, you can't take control of the experience. So how are you creating the experience that you're going to have if you're just sitting there in yesterday's probability making the same decisions? You're going to get to the same rock. Hi Sandy, thanks for joining us. You're going to get to that same rock and you're going to get scared again. You're going to be riding the trail, you're going to be dropping in, and you're going to be thinking about that one thing that you didn't do last time and that you really want to do it this time. And if you don't do it this time, it's not going to be fun. And then you suck, and I'm not good enough, and I shouldn't eat so much chocolate, and I should just quit. Why do I even bother? Right? But if we step into the possibility of this bike ride is going to be the best bike ride I've had, and it's going to be amazing. And whether I do the features or I don't do the features, whether there's people there that are faster than me or slower than me, or maybe I walk the whole trail, or maybe it starts raining in the middle of it, it doesn't matter. Because the experience I'm choosing to have on that bike ride, the dream I have that every bike ride I go on is magical, that's the dream that I step into. If you don't have a dream, then you will be constantly stepping into yesterday's reality. And yesterday's reality probably involved holding on to a bunch of fear because you were scared that if you let go of the fear, it might jump up and grab you and surprise you. It's kind of ridiculous what happens up here when we're not in our heart. As I said, Betty Gohard, taking biking out of the head and into the heart since 2007. I used to create wine, cheese, and chocolate rides. And what I found was that if I gave women a really good reason to do something for themselves, they would step into that. They would pay the money, and their husbands and their world would surround them to support them. We go first. Hey Ross, lovely to see you. We go first, right? It's your choice. You lead yourself through the experience. You choose what the experience that you want to have is going to be. When those women chose to sign up to a weekly bike ride, they went first. And their world just filtered in and fit around them because they were stating what they wanted. And as a powerful person in the world, if you want it, you dream it, and then you go for it. And you state, this is what I want. This is what I'm going for. This is my dream, and I am going to make it happen. And we don't stay focused on the dream. There's not like this, it has to happen this way. It is more about allowing the action steps, the next best thing, leaning back, the next best thing that you need to do to make that dream happen. And then the dream will unfold, and you will probably have more fun. And you will probably ride more things than you expected because you're stepping into the possibility and you're not stepping back into probability. Every other bike ride I've been on, I always crash. I always go down that rock. It's really hard. I get really frustrated when I go for a bike ride. I don't know if I want to go because I'm just going to get pissed off. Really, we're doing that trail? Oh, I hate that trail because there's that thing, there's that feature on that trail, and it just makes me feel like poop. Can you see where this dialogue is not helping you out? Please comment below if you know what I'm talking about, if you've had this conversation with yourself. Let me know if you see what I mean by going for a bike ride in the probability versus going for a bike ride in the possibility. Let me know. Am I making sense here? Okay, so what have I got? I wanted to give you a journal prompt. So the journal prompt is to sit down and just be with yourself for a moment. Talk to the human. Connect, ground in, and ask yourself, when you allow yourself to dream, what comes up? And that's all. Just see what flows. Start writing. When I allow myself to dream, what comes up? Why am I afraid to dream? Am I afraid to dream? and just see what flows. Have a conversation with your higher self and see if you can find some clues. See if you can figure out, hi Roxanne, so great to see you. I hope that collarbone is healing, and I look forward to talking to you all about that. So yeah, if you're not dreaming, you're not having fun, right? Because you're living in yesterday. So, journal prompt. Allow yourself to connect, get some answers, feel where the triggers are. And once you can start to see, I did some journaling yesterday, and it was an interesting question about receiving. And I've never really been a big journaler up until the last couple of months. And now I'm a reformed person. Journaling is awesome. And I was having this conversation around receiving, and I'm like, yeah, I'm a pretty good receiver. I realized that I hold a lot of guilt. And I didn't know that until I sat down and started to have a conversation with myself. And then I was able to really dig in and see where that was coming up for me, right? So once we start to get to know ourselves, we get to be able to manifest more. We get to be able to see, we can feel. It's checking in with the heart. Standing on top of something. Do I want to do this today? No? Okay. Yeah, I really want to do it today. Okay. And feeling it, not sticking up here, because here, this isn't the conversation. This is the conversation that tells you you're scared. This is where the fear comes. This is when you step out of the dream and you step back into probability when we get here. The heart allows us to step into the possibility. Okay, so what have I got here? Yeah, being versus doing. That's my next little prompt I have to talk about. So let's just pop back into that feminine masculine energy thing. And this isn't a male female thing. This is a feminine masculine thing. When you're in your masculine power, you're doing things. When you're in your feminine power, you're feeling. So what we want to do is we want to be able to combine these. And biking's amazing because it just allows us to experience all of these different things that otherwise we have to go out into the real world and have a kind of shitty day and a shitty time, excuse my language, in order to get to the realization that this is not working, or this is not the right relationship, this is not how I should parent my kids, this is every time I yell at them, they yell back. Like we have to have these experiences. Biking kind of just collapses it for us, and it makes it like, oh, wow, okay, I didn't realize I had an issue in that space. I'm going to clear that, and then I can move on. I'm going to clear that, and then I can move on. What we do, though, is that we go into the doing. I got to get better. I got to figure this out. If I have more skills, if I know what I'm doing better, if I get stronger, if I get fitter, if I am better of a person, if I am more than what I am right now, because what I am right now is not enough, we step out of the fun. Right? If we can step back into the being, the feeling, the dream of the wind in our hair, the freedom of riding the bicycles, having fun on the trail, enjoying the flow, enjoying the ride, that is the dream. Everything else falls into place. Wow, I actually had the skills to ride that rock. I didn't know that. When I was in the possibility, I could see it easy. I remember one day, I was riding my husband's bike, and I had this big old downhill rig. It was amazing. It had 9 inches of travel on the back and 8 inches on the front, and I could literally take my monster truck down and over and off anything because it just sucked it up. But it was a bit of a monster truck. It was like riding a horse. And one day I jumped onto my husband's downhill bike that was more like a free ride downhill bike. It was kind of like a BMX with a whole lot of suspension. 8 inches of travel on both ends. And it was fun and playful. And I rode this trail that I'd ridden a million times before. I was with a group of girls, and we stopped after this one section. And one of the girls rode up and said, "You rode that line. What? That's super cool. I've been trying to ride that line forever. What line did you take?" And I looked at her and I was like, huh? I turned around and I looked back at where I'd come. And as I had approached the section that I had always gone around, that I was always scared of, I didn't see that it was that section. And phone call. All I saw was the possibility of what I was able. Okay, sorry guys. So it was like suddenly that possibility just stepped in. And it happened. And I didn't even know, hey, Lynette, nice to see you. I didn't even know that, it wasn't in my mind. It was just, I was in the flow. And I'll never forget that lesson. When you're in the flow, when you have a dream, when you know what you're wanting to do, it just happens and everything works. And you find out you did have those skills, right? Okay, so just wrapping up here. What I've been talking about is dreams. When we dream, we step into the future, we step into possibility. When we dream, we can shape our experiences instead of letting our experiences we can shape our experiences instead of letting our experiences shape us. Right? When we dream, we can shape our experience. We can choose what the experience is going to be. When the goddess energy dreams, and boys get this too, but when that goddess, when that powerful energy, when that I am a whole person dreams, you lead yourself through life. And when you lead yourself, the universe follows. Everything, the universe conspires to make your life perfect. If you've ever read The Alchemist, it's like we are not in alignment, so we disalign ourselves. And all the universe wants to do is give us everything we want. When you step into that wholeness, when you step into your full power, when you believe in you, you can make anything happen. I would love it if you would. So what I've noticed, I'm in a couple of different spaces, and we're about manifesting spaces, dream portals, and every week we're prompted to put our dreams in there. And when I prompt my dreams into a space every week, they start to come true. I have a group of gorgeous souls that hold space for my dreams, and it has given me the opportunity. I think that's right, Sandy. I think you've got that. I can double check, but that sounds like the right name for sure. Sandy was just asking who wrote The Alchemist. Love that book. Where was I? Totally lost my train of thought. When we post our dreams, when you speak your dreams into reality and allow other people to hold them for you, they come true. So my prompt for you is pop your dreams in the Betty Go Hard group. Go in there and I'll start a dream feed and just come in and tell me what you're dreaming of. What do you dream of on your bicycle? What do you want to achieve on your bike? What do you want to achieve in your life? Like, what are you dreaming of? What are your big dreams? I would love to hear them. So to say, I'll put a thread up and if you guys would like to make them come true, pop them in the dream portal and we'll all support you. We can hold that energy. Energy is a pretty crazy thing. Once you step into it, it's all we are. It's all we've got, right? So that's all I've got. I just wanted to remind you that we are going to be back here on Monday. Actually, we're going to be in the Betty Go Hard group. So go over and join the Betty Go Hard group if you haven't already. Post your dreams in there. And on Monday, I am going to be doing my first read through. I'm kind of scared because I'm still trying to memorize my talk. But I am part of the True Story Festival that is happening online. It's going to be a full day, amazing event full of really cool speakers talking to a variety of subjects around the confidence, the power, business, sport. Hey, Ian, thanks for watching. All of those, I know, right? My hail's in the background there. And Ian was actually Darcy's new bike. It's over there. So I'm going to be talking about why or how getting better to have fun is not working for us. What if it's in having fun that we get better? So this is the talk I'm presenting at the True Story Festival. And you guys, if you come into the Betty Go Hard group, 6 o'clock on Monday, you'll get my first read through. Kind of scared, but I'm stepping in, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to make sure that I get this practice. So pop on over, join the group if you haven't already. Also, the replays are up for these in there as well. If you have any friends that you think could benefit from what I'm talking about, please share and tag me. I am going to be giving away a prize on Monday. So anyone that tags me in any shares, as I say, if you think that this information will help others, please share it out. We'll pop your name into the wheel of names, and we're going to be drawing a prize on Monday night when we're all done. So last, but the most important, I have launched the Bike Confidence Mastery course. It starts on October the 21st. This program is for you if you want to have confidence on the trail, you want to let go of your fear of not being enough, you want to let go of your fear of getting injured, you want to step into having fun on every ride, and you want to stop holding on to that fear, riding around and not having fun. Being able to show up for any ride and knowing that you can either ride it, or if you can't ride it, you go ride something else. And that doesn't mean anything, right? Showing up, having fun, being a biker. If you want to feel solid and whole in your biking experience, if you want to stop having an abusive relationship with your bicycle, if you want to stop being on the trail and feeling not the rock star that you started biking to be, but instead feeling like you are less than, I got you covered. So check out bettygohard.com. All the information is up there. If you want to talk to me about it, you can book a discovery call. I would love to chat to you. It is the special that we have going on. It's a 6-week program. I'm going to be running it every quarter, and the price is $497 Canadian, and there's a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you want to sign up for this first round, it's 50% off. So it's $247 Canadian, and I'm giving you lifetime access of the program. So it's continuation. As long as I'm running the program in this way, you will have access to it. So that means you get to do the live that we do again in the spring, the live we do again in August, and then you get to do the one again in September when we go through. So if you're interested in that, go over and check out bettygohard.com. Look at all the details. I am so excited to bring this project to you. This is like my last 20 years of work that I have managed to figure out exactly what the key is here. And after working with thousands of people on bikes and hanging out with kids and just seeing that it's got nothing to do with how good you are. It's got nothing to do with getting better. It is all about the conversation that you're having up here and the feelings that you've got going on down here. And when we connect the head and the heart, and we step into the feeling of the biking, the feeling of the experience that we want, and the opportunity we have with biking is that it collapses time. All of those things that you're not really sure why you're not having the best magical life, they're just niggly triggers that you're not paying attention to. But our bicycle is a brilliant opportunity to give you a very quick tutorial on all of those things that you have been ignoring. If you're lacking confidence anywhere in your life, it's going to show up on your bicycle. If you are controlling and managing and dealing with all the things that are happening in your life, and you've got it mostly under control, you just need to drink that wine. That is, thank you so much, Rosanna. That's what we need to look at. When we bike, we get to see it in real time. And when you take a little dig deeper into why that bike makes you feel like you're not enough, why you get so frustrated when you don't do that thing that you know you can do, and we start to shift those little triggers within that biking world, I promise you, the rest of your life will magically just fall into place. The cool thing is I also have friends. And my friends are pretty amazing people. Rosanna, who's just popped on here, she is a magic human who can help you just, in a very simple technique, get rid of those triggers. I've got, Misty was here before. She is an amazing business coach, but also is all about stepping into that grounding. Right? I've got friends that are all about pulling back your personal power, how we've lost our feminine power, and how we can wrestle it back. You know, I've got friends that are all about getting you organized and figuring out how, if you're not fitting your bike ride into your daily ride, and that's your biggest frustration, I got you covered there too. So we're bringing in the team, and the True Story Festival is where a lot of my pretty amazing people hang out as well. So that's all for me. Please join us in the Betty Go Hard group, 6 o'clock on Monday. You get the first read-through of my my talk. And just the True Festival is, as I said, it's my thing right now. It's what Ted wants to be when he grows up. This is going to be the most amazing experience of Speakers just really talking to the reality of what we're dealing with in life today. So thank you so much for joining me. It was so awesome to have you again. If you share, let people know. My dream is to change the conversation that we have around biking. My dream is to step out of the, I'm not good enough, I can't do this, why couldn't I do it? What's wrong with me that I can't? We're going to step out of that dialogue and we're going to step into the possibility that biking is fun every day on every ride. And we're going to step into magic in our lives. So join me, because it's going to be amazing. If you want to see the replays of these videos, bettygohard.com/goddess. We'll send them to you. And that's where we're at. Okay. Love you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Have an amazing bike ride if you're going out for a ride today. Have an amazing day, whatever you are doing. You are the best biker you have ever been. You are as awesome as you have ever been. Your choice right now is to lean in, lean back into the energy, and then lean into the next best action step. Thank you. Love you guys. Have a fabulous day. See you on Monday.